Oh yeah, we use a framework, or we're ISO 27001 certified, or we're HITRUST certified, or whatever, but they're coming to us because they just had a breach, and it's like, well, wait, like, didn't you do all the things? Like, well, we did most of the things, and oh, okay. Why did you only do most of the things? Like, what's going on here? And so, what my study really kind of focuses on is the acceptance as a technology of frameworks and standards for a CISO, or for a leader of cybersecurity within an organization. I think we you read ISACA's State of Cybersecurity, you read Verizon and IBM's data breach reports. The plurality of all of the footholds that a lot of these attackers get are social engineering, right? Or whether that's an email with a link in it or whatever. And so we always focus on kind of like the psychology of an end user. It's the psychology of an end user. Why are they always clicking on things, man? And like, it's a very easy answer. It's because that's what links are for. That's what emails are for, right? Where I think we lose this like understanding of like the human element of a network is the CISO, or the director of cybersecurity for an organization, is also a human, but can also make mistakes, can also be persuaded by external factors. Like, there's so much that goes into that. And I think we tend to forget that in our society as well as in our organizations. And so, my impact for that is the impact I'd like to see come out of my work, both as a professional and as an academic, knock on wood, is that I would like to see the twains meet there, and for us to like take a step back and be like, guys, what we're doing right now, it's still not working. Why isn't it working? Is there something going on here? Is there something going on here? Is there something going on? I'm pointing to my computer right now. Here, what's going on? And let's study this a little further, and let's see if we can find a scientific resolution, a data-driven resolution for why these things are not working. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm sure there's people out there shaking their heads right now, going like, "Yeah, the reason why these government entities keep getting breached is because they faked their 853 attestation, right, or self-attestation." Fair enough. But there are some companies out there that are actually holding
Trying.
strong on
Yeah.
standards and frameworks, right? And they're still getting hit. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that standard or framework is going to 100% make you secure. Nothing will. But when you read about some of these things that are happening and some of these breaches that are happening, we're like, that was a really simple thing that probably was in the control that you signed off on. So what's really going on here? Like, are we under budget? Or I'm sorry, are we over budget? Do we not have enough budget? Do we not have enough resources? Do we not have enough cybersecurity professionals? The answer to all three of those, by the way, empirically, is no. We don't have enough
Correct.
budget. We don't have enough people, and we don't have enough trained people to be doing these jobs. And yet, the job market is terrible out there right now, from what I understand. So it's like,
The streets be
what's going
mean,
on?
Dustin.
So it's like, what's going on? Let's find out. Not only let's find out, but let's bring cybersecurity into the academic world and start looking at it from a psychological and technical point of view, and saying, how do we make this better? How do we make things secure? How do we stay ahead of the criminal element? Which is, I don't know. It's amazing. I love thinking about it.
I think that's remarkable. You've met him before, Frank Marinello, a good friend of mine. He did a lot of research, and one of the things he brought up, and this maybe 6 months ago, he's like, we think of cybersecurity so much as an offensive, defense, and militaristic kind of
Hmm.
mentality. Imagine
Yeah,
if we, from the beginning, thought of it more like the medical field or something like that, where everything's a patient and you're just trying to help it, you're just trying to cure it. Like, how different would it be? And how differently structured would these organizations be? And what would the perspective be when there's an incident, instead of being like, oh, let's fight them and who was wrong? Is like, well, how can we help? I think that's awesome, Dustin.
that's
I
great.
think the psychology of all that is phenomenal.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.